Hello, people. Welcome to this class, guys. Today is a different day today, the one that we will have, because we will have our evaluation for today. So if it is possible, try to turn your camera on, guys, and let's begin today. Before we start, guys, remember, Wednesday, we will have our exam, Unit 1 and Unit 2. Today, we are going to finish the last topic of, well, the last possible topic that we will see in the exam. You will see it. It's not possible. You will see it. So, let's go to that one. Okay? Before we start, guys, I just want to tell you another thing. Only today you have the chance to finish the forum question. Tomorrow I will be sending the scores. So only today. Okay. And that's it. That's about it. Okay. Let's see. People, let's go to the topic today. Before we start, guys, I want to ask you something. Let's see. I want to know about Betty. Are you there, Betty?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, Betty, I have a question for you. Who do you live with?
I live with my two brothers, with my daughter, with my two sister-in-laws, and my niece, teacher. We are a
Okay,
big group.
a big family. Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I see. Okay, good,
yes,
excellent. Let's see. Your two brothers, you said.
yes.
Uh, can you tell me a little bit about your two brothers?
Of course, teacher. Well, I'm the oldest, so my brother of the middle, he's very grumpy.
Hmm.
He gets mad about everything, and he's the short one. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's very strange, but it is. So maybe he's the most serious, and he go to the church, and he's very, I don't know. It's not introvert, but it's like he have to think what to say because he always talk like very rude. And my little brother is all the opposite. He's the love walking around you. He's patient. He always say a word with love. He's very he always want to help you in whatever you need and be around, and he never gonna tell something that gonna make make you feel bad or sad. So they're they both are very different persons, and actually they work together on the restaurant of Betty's house that we got. So I think that maybe they complement each other because of their difference.
Okay, what is the name of the first one?
Both
The grumpy,
can
the grumpy one?
his name is Jaime Antonio.
Jaime. And the
Yes.
second one?
And the second one is Jaime Andres.
Jaime Andres, Jaime Antonio, Jaime
Yes.
Andres. Okay.
Yes.
So I guess that your father's name is Jaime.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, obviously, right. Good, excellent.
Yeah.
Great, excellent, good job. Let's see. What about? Thank you, Betty. What
Okay.
about? I don't know if Hugo. Is it Hugo there?
Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Hello. Hugo, good evening. Hugo, I have a question for you.
Ciao,
Who
my
do you
teacher.
live with?
Okay, I live in Santa Catarina, Sonsonate.
And who do you live with?
Sorry.
Don't worry.
I live with my wife and my 2 daughters.
Let's talk about your daughters. So tell me about
Okay.
them, please.
Okay, my first daughter, she she is 11 years old. She at the moment she's practice violin class, I think violin,
Yeah,
and
violin class.
she likes paint. And my second daughter, she is 3 years old. She's a baby. It's a beautiful baby.
Okay. I'm sorry, the last one, how old is she?
3 years old.
3 years old. What is
Yeah.
her name?
Alanis Sophia, her name.
Okay. What about the one that is 11 years old?
Sorry, teacher.
I'm sorry, I repeat the question. What about your daughter that is 11 years old?
Can you repeat, please?
What is her name? The other daughter.
Oh, sorry. I have another son in my house, but the first, her name is Brittany Gabriela.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brittany. Good. Excellent. Thank you so much. People, what am I asking you this? Because this is related to the topic today. And we are going to go to appositives. What is an appositive? An appositive is a word or a word group that defines or identifies the noun or noun phrase preceding it. For example, Jerry Lee, the CEO of the company, is always doing the possible to promote ethical behavior. Okay? So, my brother, Jaime Andres, who is my brother, Jaime Andres, who is not, who is an easygoing person, is always working in the restaurant. For example, okay? So that's what an appositive is. Our boss, you need always a comma. Who leads the talks on employees honestly? Comma. We'll get an award at the end of the year for his exemplary actions. The more emotionally healthy executives, as measured in a battery test, were most likely to score high on ethics test. Okay, so what is an appositive? An appositive is what identifies the noun or the noun phrase preceding it. Okay, this is a noun phrase. The more emotionally healthy executives. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, for example, the excellent English teacher that we have, that is a noun phrase. The excellent teacher that we have, okay, comma, who doesn't give classes in basic level, told us that we can apply for this and this and that. Okay, so that's what an appositive is. Okay, let me see. So, that's what it is. CEO Kevin Clark is meaning the new appositives can be essential information or extra information. Only appositives that are extra information are separated from the rest of the clause by commas. CEO Kevin Clark, that is not an appositive because you are not adding extra information. You are just saying, teacher Carlos is meeting la 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 la. Okay? Like that. You are not adding additional information. If you want to add additional information, that will be an appositive. So that's what it is. Question, people. Very easy. This thing is very easy. Questions, people. No questions? Okay,
That
tell me.
a positive is maybe an adjective of the who are talking.
Exactly. You add additional information to it. That's what now positive is. And if you want to add this additional information, you will have to use commas to add it. That's what is going to happen.
If I say my daughter Veronica is my daughter, she's working in ta 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 ta.
Exactly. My daughter, Veronica, who lives oh, my daughter Veronica, let's see, who lives, it's not necessary to add who lives. My daughter,
My daughter
the girl
Veronica,
that
she
plays the violin
study.
in the class, for example, or my daughter, the woman that speaks in the church prepares the best food in the world, or something like that. Okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
you are adding additional details.
Thank you.
Questions, people? Let's go to the exercise. Read the sentences, decide if some phrases are appositives, then add commas if it's necessary. You will need to identify if they are. Let's go to number 1. Happy employees increase productivity and make it easier to attract talented new hires. Do we have an appositive in here, guys? What do you think?
No.
Right. No positive here. You are not adding extra information. What about number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6? Let's do it on your book, on your notebook, and let's check it later. Let's do it right now, please. read if we are adding additional information to something. Okay, guys, let's go. Number 2. What do you think? Criminal acts committed or tolerated unethical activities can cripple companies' reputation. Do you think we need commas here? Are we adding additional information?
No.
No, teacher.
Exactly. No, we are not adding. All is the information. Criminal acts committed or tolerated unethical activities, that's my subject, can, that's my verb, complement, triple a company's reputation. That's it. Number 3.
Yes, we need
What
a
is
comma
what would be?
after behavior. After behavior,
Exactly.
like harassment or discrimination, comma.
Exactly. Like harassment or discrimination, that's the additional information, can make work more enjoyable for employees. Number 4, guys, what do you think?
Yeah.
Where?
Currently on trend.
Many of the best management practices currently in trend are easier to achieve if company acts ethically. Currently on trend. Great. Number 5, guys. It's already done.
Yeah.
The economy benefits, in the words of experts, when companies refrain from using dirty tricks to crush competitors. I don't know. They didn't continue it. So yeah, it's there. Okay, it's already here. And the last one, guys, number 6.
I think it's aside from integrity.
A key component to work ethics aside from integrity, excellent, is being honest and doing the right thing at all times. Questions, people, about positives.
What was the main difference between this topic with the previously one?
Okay,
Because I
good
can
question.
see it's the same because you add in additional information, but you can avoid it. But within that one,
In this one, a parenthetical element is a part of the sentence that can be removed without changing in its essential meaning. Okay, for example, cultural diversity in a company, so they say, that's not information, adding information to this one. Okay, an opposite will be cultural diversity in a company, like the one that we have in our company, is indeed a necessity to further improve growth. That's an opposite. This is just parenthetical information. I think, thinking more about it, there is one in here. No. All of them are positives. I thought there was one that. No, but we need that one. It's additional information. Many of the best management practices, currently on trend, because we are continue talking about the same topic. Okay, in parenthetical information, you don't need necessarily to talk about the same topic. For example, in a fast-changing world, where the ability to innovate is now recognized as the main competitive edge, companies must seek to create more diverse teams. Okay, so a little bit not related to the topic. That's basically the information that, well, sorry, the differences between one and another. People, how many are we? We are 23. I think that we are the ones that we should be. So guys, we are going to start right now our evaluations. Before we start, I'll give you 10 minutes for you to practice. Did you watch Miss Universe? You didn't. Did you?
Oh my
I
God.
watched it with
a
my
little bit.
wife. A little bit. You know, there was a part when they asked them questions and they had to answer right away. I thought in that moment, that would be a good idea for us to practice. So, like the misses, we are going to practice questions out of nowhere, okay? So, remember, try to provide details because in a job interview, you are not going to have a script, okay? If you want to go to United States and work, you are not going to have a script. Everything will be spontaneous. So that's what we are going to do right now. Ask them questions, difficult questions. Don't ask them, what's your favorite food? No, okay, difficult questions. And let's see how we can answer this type of questions, okay? I'm not going to give you examples, so let's go right now. Let's practice a little bit, a couple of minutes. How many are we? So we're going to create 5 groups. Let's practice, guys. Let's go. Practice questions in an interview. let's wait for everybody right now. Okay, people, we are going to start the evaluation right now. And remember, well, try to turn your camera on. That will help us a lot. And that's it. I will repeat the question only once. If you don't listen to it, I will repeat the question once. And if you don't listen to it, I will move to another question. Okay? Remember, don't ask for vocabulary. That decreases your points. Don't speak Spanish. That's something that will affect your score. Try to eliminate buffer words. What are the buffer words? And also try to use fillers in between instead of saying, let me see. Something else that I remember is, well, I have problems remembering it, but I can tell you that blah, 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 blah. Okay. So people, let's start. Who wants to be the first one?
I would like to be the first one because probably at 9:15 the
Okay.
boss comes there. Yes.
Okay, let's start now in that case. So let's begin. Could you tell me what's your full name?
My name is Mario Alexander Melendez Chavez.
Okay, Mario, can you tell me, how do you consider yourself?
Well, it's a great question. Well, by the time I consider that I'm honest, confident, and reliable person, because I get a lot of friends that they trust me and they saying a lot of things that they happen in their life. And a lot of time I try to share advice to grow up. Or only try to listen. In my case, I can consider that I have a three values: honest, reliable, and confident.
Okay. How would you define reliability?
Reliability, yeah, okay.
Tell me
Honestly,
a
I
little
don't.
definition of it and try to speak 1 minute, 30 seconds about it.
Okay, well, in my own words, I consider reliability is the value that you can try to say the secret for another one. This is for this is like the friendship. But if you try to work, for example, you need to commitment, be a commitment person. You need to complete all tasks that you need to do it. And also you have you can share that you represent a great value. Most of the time, I know because when you get the opportunity to grow up, the people or the leadership try to say or try to find that value is reliable. I know that in other ways is not complicated to practice that one, but it's for me it's the key that you can open your mouth you get more friends, you can start a relationship with your coworkers, and you can say that you have the correctly person and they can trust me, and I can do, or I can I can share the information, and they know that I can handle professionalism or honesty. And okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Tell me, how would you describe the ocean to a blind person?
I remember that question. Uh, the interviewer said the last year. Well, is the first one only I can try to say the color, but I don't be sure that the blind person is able to recognize. But I can see that is uh bigger, is so bigger. You cannot see the horizon. Probably you can feel they can feel walk, and in this area you can find a couple of animals, fishers, octopus, and you can hear specific sounds. And that case you can practice a surfing that in that case this is a sport like the well like the for example you can try to catch. Well, right now I remember the word is waves, but also you can hear this one. You can try to catch and you can try to and you can try to surpass that one. Well, but yes, only I can share the feeling that I can see that you can take a relaxing. But honestly, teacher, you can catch me for this
Okay,
question because yes, well, I don't prepare for that one.
don't worry.
Okay,
And that's the last question that I have for you.
okay.
Tell me, what did you do in your prom party?
My prom party.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, honestly, I know to go out to the party. The next one that I remember is a wedding with my friends on December, and I would like to go and share the greetings. Probably I want to send uh, a little money because you need to send a gift, and I don't like to share for a material gift like the spoon, microwaves, table, and so on, so on. But in my case, I I don't want to go to the dance all the time or try to enjoy it in this one because my important the best thing that is try to share the time. Oh well, in my case, is speaking with them. I know that this is a meeting. Probably is not a party, but I can consider that this is the next party that I can do it.
Okay, good. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you, teacher.
And
Any feedback? Any feedback that I need to improve?
later on, you will receive the feedback and you will see what are the areas that you will have to work on. Also, you will see your score. Thank you,
Okay,
Mario. Thank you
right.
so much. Next person who wants to do it? Who wants to be the next one?
I would like to do it, teacher.
Carlos, thank you so much. Let's see. Carlos, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, teacher. Well, right now I am 28. I am working at Ubiquity, is a call center, and I also studying at the university. I am taking business administration, and in my job I have been a supervisor for 11 months since January. Before that, yes, Mario. And before that, I was a Spanish agent. Actually, right now I am a Spanish supervisor and I am learning English because I want to apply for a English position. Recently, I had an interview um, in my job, and the feedback was really good and surprising for me. So right now I have to, or I want to take the chance of learn more that I know right now. And thanks to my job, my English has improved in the last months because even if the calls we take are in Spanish, all the product, all the information, all the things, all the meetings are in English, right? And sometimes actually I have to talk in English with other persons, for example, to see the schedules of the agents because the person who takes care of that is from Filipinas, so they only speak English. So I have to speak to them, and it has helped me a lot in the last months.
Excellent. Let's imagine a scenario right here. I am an employee that has not been doing the things correctly, so you need to fire me. How would you do it?
It's kind of funny because in my position I have to deal with that for the first time a few months ago. I think I was, or I had been in the job for the first 3 months, and because of performance, I have to fire someone. And that's that's the hard part. They didn't tell you in the interview, right? At the beginning, I was afraid of that. However, I had the support of my friend, the other supervisor, that is actually my friend. She was my supervisor, and now we are mates with the same position. And she has taught me all that I know, and because of her, I was able to handle that situation the best way as I could, because I didn't have to do a lot. I mean, the decision was taken by performance and human resources. So when I had to communicate that to that person, it was kind of hard. I didn't know the words I have to use. However,
let's see. Let's do it now. I am that person. So we are here. Let's go.
Okay.
Jacobo.
Right now, okay, Jacob. Right now, I have to talk to you, and I don't have really good news for now. You see, as we talked before, in every coaching, reach um, we have to reach some performance required by this account.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why we always monitor your work, QA scores, average handle time, and also the attendance you are aware of. And as you know, the last 2 months we have been working in with you average handle time, or as we call AHT, right, Jacobo? And you know that uh, the performance you have presented so far is not the one we expect. You know, your AHT is high, and we we have been doing a follow-up for the last 2 months. So before continue, I have to ask, is there something that could be affecting you in a way that you think is hard for you to that doesn't let you down your AHT? Is something besides of the job, something personal maybe?
Thank you so much. I like it how you handle the situation. I cannot imagine doing that myself. So good. Carlos, great job. Excellent. We finished. That's all I wanted to hear from you. So I really like it.
Okay,
Later on,
thank
you
you.
will receive what are the areas that we need to work on. There are some little things that we can still improve,
Mhm.
but it was really good. So I really like it.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Um, Give me a second. Give me just a moment, guys. Okay, great job. Let's see. Who wants to be the next one, guys?
Me, teacher.
Thank you, Betty. Let's begin. Betty, tell me, why are you learning English?
I'm sorry?
Why are you studying English?
Well, teacher, I start learning English with an unique objective that is can have another work. First of all, I thought that I could come home and take a night shift because I want to try how is it and if it's really give me money. So then maybe I could take a decision.
Okay, good. So, in what type of account would you like to work?
Well, teacher, actually, I have to say that I don't even thought about that because I want to try to develop another skill, maybe because all my life I always been working on sales, and it's supposed that you can do whatever you want and you can get to any place or any work with that. But I think that depends on your skills as knowledge about a product and how can you manage the client, and all depends about how do you sell that product and if you believe in your product. So I'm not as scared about to try another things, but actually I only know about vacations. So that's what I can say about it.
Okay. Let's see. I want you to do the following. Get an object that is nearby and try to sell it to the whole audience.
Okay,
A
teacher.
pen, a pencil, I don't know, shoe, whatever you want.
Yes, actually, I have a big bag of shoes right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna show some for you. You can see it.
Only one.
Some.
Select only
Okay.
one.
Okay. Well, here I got some sandals. This looks very pretty on your feet. You can ask for any size that you want or you need. And I recommend this to your wife and your daughter because they are very cute and also are comfortable for you.
I don't
And
have wife. Sorry.
it doesn't matter, but you have mom, I mean, or you have a sister. Don't you want to make them happy? I
Okay,
think it's
yeah,
worth
for
it.
my mom, I think.
Okay, great. And these are so comfortable. And you have to think that you can give a beautiful, you could be that gift of Christmas. So you can get to her and I can give it to you before the 20th of the month and you can pay it in 2 dates. So that will be more easier to you to get these ones.
Okay. What's the price for it?
I'm gonna say that are very cheaper. This only costs $12. You can make 2 pays of $6 each, or you can pay the $12 if you want. And I'm going to take these ones to your place. And I'm not gonna make any charge.
You know, I saw the same shoes, $10. And they will give it to me here in my house. They have delivery too.
Are you sure? But maybe this is leather, original leather. And I'm gonna give you warranty about these ones.
I like that thing about the warranty. What is it
Yes, of
included?
course. I'm gonna give you 3 months of warranty about the product. And if you have any fail with or your mom have any fail with this one, I will change the product to you, a new one.
Great. I like it. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 5. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good. Let's see.
Okay.
I like it. Let's see. Betty, one more question for you.
Okay.
What do you think that is the most important skill for a person that sells products? Tell me in 1 minute, what do you think?
Okay, I think that the most important thing if you have to be patient because there's a lot of clients and each client have a characteristic or maybe have one mood. Not everyone is the same and you have to get to that client and touch his mind, his heart, her, I don't know, her need is because you have to get them and try to convince them that they need the product that you have. And we have a variety of clients because there's one that it gonna make maybe 2 or 3 questions and gonna take your product. But there's another client that it's gonna take your product, but it's gonna make you 10 questions. And you have to be smiling and you have to have a great voice. You have to talk with gentleman and patience and start all over any time that he asks. I think even if you have told him about 3 or 5 times the same thing. So I think the most important is the patient and your smile in your face, because if you get mad, you're gonna lose your client. So maybe that talks about your position with the client, your accessibility to him to get to you and make all the question, even if they are repeated question or for you are dumb questions, because the client it doesn't know about your product. So if you want to sell whatever you want to sell, you have to be very punctual with the things, and you have to talk about all the, I don't know, the benefits that the product is gonna give to your client.
Thank you. Got it. Okay, good. Excellent. Thank you so very much for all the details. Good presentation as well. Later on, you will see what are the areas that we need to work on and what we can do to try to solve this problem, okay?
Okay,
Thank you so very much. Good job. Excellent. Next, who wants to be the next one, guys?
Can I try, teacher?
Try it.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's begin. Alejandro, please tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm married. I have 2 children. Well, it's not most children is teenagers. My daughter has 21 and my son has 18 years old. And I working at Oman. I working at Oman since 2002. And I was a planner. And nowadays I am a coordinator for control production. Practically in my works, I need to save all the paperwork for the aircraft. And what else? I like to watch sport. I like to do exercise sometimes. And that's it. That is a summary by myself.
Okay, good, excellent.
Okay.
So tell me, how was your first day at your company at Aeroman?
Yeah.
How was it?
Was very complicated because I remember that I was a flu in that moment. As when in my first days, I remember that complicated because the weather in Comalapa is complicated. It's hot, so I don't feel very well in my health because the flu. But and then I remember that in that moment my chief told me that what is the field. I remember that answered that I don't feel very well. I went to the a little hospital that in the Comalapa. I remember that took some pills about my flu. What else? That is, it was crazy because I don't understand anything about the program that used in Ironman is the airsoft. I remember that for me it was complicated learn this program, but thanks God, the guys that teach me, sorry, that was very passion for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Good, excellent. Let's see, what is the most complicated part of your job?
Yeah. Well, the most complicated is when we need to finish the aircraft. in a brief summary, I want to say, for example, the heavy check maintenance in Ironman is beginning, starting the planning department, and then planning department share me of me my department the work package, for example, for 1,000 tax. So we need to mechanic performing the aircraft. So this is the step of the aircraft. In the end, for example, in 20 or 21 days, the last date is the most complicated because we have to work a lot of under pressure, because the reps the operation asked me a lot of things about what is the step of the aircraft. So we need to inform all the company that the aircraft is ready for takeoff and go to the United States or whatever country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Let's say another question that I have for you. Let me ask you. Can you tell us what is the process, or how do you install the, I don't know, how do you install the different panels of the aircraft? What do you do? What are the tools, or how is the process?
Well, first of all, I never I never was a mechanic.
You were not a mechanic.
No,
okay. Okay.
But
don't worry, I'll change another question.
Okay.
Well, in that case, tell me, what do you think that is more important? Experience or abilities?
Experience, ability for
whatever, in any situation. What do you think that is more important? Experience or abilities in general?
Well, I think I think that for example, in experience, you need to make some mistake for learn. You know, for example, in the work, if you don't make some mistake, you don't have an experience for your work. I think it's the same in the life, maybe. What is the other, sorry, experience and what?
Experience or abilities?
Well, and ability, well, is the similar. So you need to have the ability. For example, you need to study. In that moment, for example, in my case, I need to have ability for speak English very well, because there is my goal. I need to these years. So for me, is the answer for experience and ability.
Thank you so much. We finish with the presentation. Later on, you will see what are the areas that we need to work and what we can do to improve those areas. So thank you so very much. Good job. Thank you, mister. Let's go with another person now. Who wants to be?
Let me try the chat.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Hector. Tell me, what's your daily routine?
Well, my daily routine is used to start at 5 a.m. because we woke up so early to prepare all necessary things for the day, like breakfast for our daughter and our lunch, right? So around 6 a.m. I take my daughter to her kindergarten, and I need to go to my job that start at 7 a.m. And I used to take my lunch around 11 a.m., or I mean between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Uh, at 5 p.m., I need to return right to the kindergarten to take my daughter at home. And when we arrived at home, we used to check out some videos on YouTube about English lessons, right, for kids. Sometimes we go to the park, and some days we go to the church also, right, between 6:30 p.m. And we used to get dinner around 8 p.m., and that's my daily routine during, or I mean, from Monday to Friday. On Saturday, that my daughter doesn't have classes, I used to woke up later, right, like 6 a.m., because I need to start as usual at 7 a.m. my daily routine at my job. And I go out on Saturdays. I don't have a specific time to be out. Sometimes, sometimes I'm working at 11 p.m. Right, so that is depends of the situation or of the operation in my current job. On Sundays, usually we take that day to share quality time, right, with the family. Like I don't know, going to some park, going to the beach, or whatever place that maybe my wife want to visit, right? Something like that. Teacher, I cannot hear you. Are you there?
I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Thank you so very much. Let's see, Mister, you mentioned something. Your daughter, she doesn't have glasses. What happened?
She doesn't have classes.
Uh-huh.
So I mentioned that on Saturdays she doesn't have classes.
Ah, glasses. Okay, I'm sorry. I heard glasses. So it
Oh
was
no.
like, what happens in here? Okay, don't worry. Thank you so very much. Let's see. Tell me, um, what about you in your job? What activities do you do in your job?
Well, to put you in context, I'm working for the compliance department at RIA Money Transfer Company. So the basis that we used to apply are checking out the basic requirements that the money transfer needs to be processed right from United States to whatever country in the world. So we need to be pending to collect, for example, the customer ID copy, the customer social security number, the customer occupation. If the transaction is a high transaction like $8,000, we need documentations, right, that prove where the money is coming from, like the customer's bank statement and the withdrawal slip. So that's the general tasks that the general team apply every day. So my specific um, charge is be pending, right? The team is applying the accurate process, right, for each transaction that each one review, right, along the day. So at the end, we have presentations like KPIs to management. So the data need to be clear, right, without any information that is missing. Because also this one, if we miss some information, that one or this one gonna be affect us, right, for the audit that we got every year that we have around, well, it just depends. We have 3 or 4 audits every year because the audits are coming from different places like the IRS, like the Treasury Department, etc.
Mhm.
So my specific charge is like audit, right? Internal audit about internal processes to be prepared for the external audits.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Let's see. Another question. Tell me. You said that you are learning English. You like to watch videos with your daughter. Actually, she watches videos in English. So tell me, what have you been doing recently in order to learn English?
In my so for by myself, I used to listen to music, right, in English, because it's one of the things that I really like. Um, besides to watch series, right, in Netflix, that is the second thing that I really enjoy. If I want to practice, right, my English skills, so that is what I can tell you about that. Listen to music and watch a series at Netflix.
Okay, thank you. We finished with this one. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hector.
Perfect.
Give me just a second, guys. Who wants to be the next one, guys?
Can I
Good
try?
evening, teacher. Okay,
Okay,
go ahead.
let's go first, Sandra, and then Roberto. Okay?
Thank you.
So, Sandra, let's go.
Okay.
Let's begin. Have a question for you. Sandra, if you had the opportunity to travel back in time, where would you travel and why would you choose that option?
Okay. To my childhood, honestly,
Okay.
because it was I had a really nice childhood and remember the times when I was little, like 8 years, and we had that at the moment when we finished the school, all the neighbors, like we was like 10 neighbors with the same age. So everybody, we had one in charge to wake up early in the morning at 6 a.m. to the other ones. So we wake up in the morning for go to play baseball. And it was nice. It's a good time. I always remember that.
Okay. Tell me more about your childhood.
Well, um, um, well, we are three sisters, so I have a good, you know, good remembers to with my sisters. Um, we are like 3 years older. I'm the middle one. I have a 3 years oldest sister and three the smallest one, right? The last one. So the age was almost, it was a good age. for us. So I remember when, for example, we go out to the house without permission of our parents to go to play Barbies where in my neighbor's house. So I'm always, when we get back to the house, my parents were so angry and was, why you guys did that? Why you didn't tell that? So it was crazy.
Okay, good. Excellent. So if you could change something in your life, what would you change and why would you change it?
Okay, well, the change probably is that I didn't finish the university, and that's a thing that it's like a bad decision that I took. And if we came back to the time, probably I finish it because, well, I start to be a mom really, really young at 22 years old. So that's why, I mean, the thing is, I was younger, but it's nice. You know, I feel good to have my daughters and everything, my life. But the thing is that I didn't finish my university.
Okay, good. Thank you. So let's see. I have a question for you. Do you think, try to answer the question in 1 minute, 30 seconds. Do you think that university, is it still important today? What do you think?
Well, I think, yes, it's very important because right now, with all the changes on technologies and, you know, including the jobs positions, all the people is looking for, I mean, all the what is it, the guys who contract, you know, the business, sorry, they're looking for people to have, you know, like universities or something, degrees, because I think, you know, the people who didn't finish it, I mean, they have like experience, but not, probably we just getting like, how do you say, we're getting down, you know, for the new things that we have. So yeah, we need to study and to be ready for the future, because it comes to really heavy with, you know, with everything, with the technology, with the knowledge, everything.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. We finish with this one. Later on, you will see what are the areas that we need to work. And also you will see our score. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Roberto, let's continue with you.
Okay.
Okay, please, Roberto, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am 38 years old. I'm married. I have a 12 years daughter that I love a lot. I'm an accountant and I'm working in logistic enterprise. And that's it. I am in the payment area.
Okay. Let's see. Tell us a little bit more about your daughter. What is her name?
Her name is Valeria Sofia Torres.
What does she do every day?
at this moment she is on summer, how do you say, summer studies at
Mhm.
the school, at her school, and she is learning about chess, about volleyball, about basketball. Um, she's learning about some art with how do you say plastilina? Let me remember. Well, but she is doing that art with that plastic product with colors, you know. She is learning to some techniques to draw and to color clay. Thank you, Marvin. She is doing some figures with clay, and she's doing dancing. She is doing, oh my God. Let me remember. Today she was playing with the other students. Some um, activities at the yard, playing different kind of games at the yard.
Okay. Let's see. If you had the opportunity to be a kid again, would you take it? If so, what would you do?
Um, with my wife, we would like to have another kid, but the life didn't permit to us for some difficulties, personal difficulties. Yeah, um, but yeah, we in the past we would to have another one, but nowadays we are very happy with our daughter, and we know that is really difficult to have kids. It's not easy. It's a very big responsibility, because we try to give to her quality time. Um, we try to give to her the best that we can give given in academic, and it's not easy. It's not easy because we have to make some sacrifice sometimes. But well, if God give us the opportunity to have another one, maybe one more, not much, not more, but one, could be.
Okay,
Why not?
good, excellent. That's great. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for the
Thank
information.
you.
Good. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Later on, you will see the areas that we can work and what we can do to improve our English. Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
teacher. Okay.
Give me just a second, guys. Who wants to be the next one, guys?
Me, Byron.
Okay, Byron. Great. Let's see. Byron, tell me, what was the, I don't know, the most mind-blowing thing that you went to report when you work as a reporter?
The most mind-blowing thing.
Yeah.
Oh, let me think about it. All right, yeah, I got it. The most mind-blowing thing that I have reported, it was when it was back on 2019. There was a storm here in the area in Aguachapan region. Actually, it was just for the coast. Uh, Actually, it was a dangerous situation because most of the time, when it rains here, uh, it doesn't be so complicated or dangerous when it comes from the Pacific Ocean due to the natural barrier we have, which is called um, manglar. But at that moment, there were some um, areas here near to the beach, and there was one in specific that the name is El Botoncillo. Most of the time, the majority of um, the winter season when it rains here, that specific region is being affected a lot. And on that year in specific, it was affected because actually what the government needed to do at that moment it was to unlock the let's say unlock the water who was contained on the manglar to let them go to the sea, right? But at that moment, due to the sand, they needed to create a way, right, to to let the water go to the beach. Uh, Actually, due to the complicated situation, it was not possible. So a couple of uh, people were affected due to the situation. And indeed, it was not easy for us because even if it was a complicated situation and we already know that as journalists, we need to be there uh, to report floods. But at that moment, let's say it was uncomfortable because as being human, well, what I thought at that moment, it was uh, that I would rather be in at home instead of being there. But then by seeing how the people was suffering about the situation, um, well, I learned how to show empathy and how to present those feelings uh, on TV. And that was the most complicated thing because actually on TV we have just 1 minute and a half to present maybe a whole day or a whole week. At that moment, there were 2 days that I needed to present just in 1 minute and a half. So what words I will select, um, what videos, images I will present. That was the most complicated situation there because there were a lot of ways to present the information. But at the end, I selected the ones who showed not just the impact that the storm had here, but also how the people felt about it, how they expressed they were feeling about that. So that was, like, I will say that was the most complicated or the most mind blowing thing that I needed to report it.
Okay. Very interesting. Thank you so much. Let's see another question. So let's go now with you. If I had to ask your friends, how would they describe you as a person?
Oh, well, actually, I do have the same questions. Not quite sure that what they will say, but I think that they might say that I am an outgoing person. Maybe this is the the very first impression they got from me, that I'm also a person who makes friends easily. Uh, then maybe another, let's say, strength would be that I'm a person who is always asking how they feel all the time. Even I do try to do that every single day, like even in a message or in a call. When I notice that something might be wrong with them, I just send a message right there about how the day is going. Maybe that will be the way that they will describe me, like an easygoing person, and then um, also a person who is asking about how they feel every day.
Okay, good, excellent. Let's see. Another question that I have for you. So tell me, why are you learning English?
Oh, actually, that was part of my goals when I was 9. Actually, at that moment, I imagined myself as, um, let's say, let me, I don't quite remember how to say that in English. Polyglot. I imagined myself as a polyglot when I was 9, and a part of my goals it was to learn how to speak English in a good way, or to improve my skills. Because I do love being able to communicate with others. That's why, well, actually, even if I had that goal when I was 9, I learned first sign language, right? But by understanding, like, because, well, when you learn um, another language besides of your maternal one, um, you understand how it feels to being able to communicate with other people that were not part of your environment, or people that are not from your country. So um, by understanding that feeling, it makes me um, it makes me feel that I needed to learn more, to being able to communicate with more people. So that's the main thing. Uh, that's the main purpose that I have. That I could say that it motivates me to learn English, to be able to communicate with others with no barriers, let's say, because most of the time we do have a language barrier, but when you're able to communicate with others, you destroy that barrier. And that's the most excited feeling that I could say, that it motivates me to learn English, but not just that language. There are other ones that I would like to learn as well.
Okay, good. Excellent. Thank you so much, Mister. We finished with the evaluation here. Let's see. Laura, I will continue with you. Later on, you
Okay.
will receive what are the areas that we need to work and what we can do, okay?
That's great. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Laura, are you there? I thought that you wanted.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm here.
Okay. Laura, tell me. Tell me a little bit about yourself, please.
Okay. I consider myself as a positive person. I'm always trying to see the good in people and the good in all the situations. Uh, it's important for me to think in that way because you have to expect the better. I think that all people has good and bad intentions also, but it tells more about you than the other people's do if you expect the good and if you always try to do your best in everything you do. I think that if you live in that way, you can achieve happiness in your life.
Great. What is happiness? What do you think is the real happiness? Tell me about it. Try to speak 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay. Happiness for me is achieve the calm in your life, to achieve the status quo. That means that everything works well for you and you have the necessary to live. And for example, you don't need to be of course that the money gives you the stability and all the things that you need to live, but also I think that there are more things that complement that status in your life. For example, the people that surrounds you, your friends, your family, are that complement in your life that can uh, do life better. And I can give you also one example. And now that I'm leaving the time of my graduation from the university, that actually is on Friday, and I'm very happy for that because I know that besides the thing that I can get another job or maybe another opportunity, which we know that in this country is very difficult, it doesn't matter that you have the title, the degree, or the maybe if you are bilingual, it is difficult to get a better job or a better opportunity. But I'm very happy with the thing that means for me achieve that goal in my life. And also the thing that my family, it will be with me, and also that my mother is with me and my father is with me. That is happiness for me because they will see me when I will get my title, and I know how proud are they, and that means happiness for me. Is totally a part of the fact that maybe in the future, if God allows me that opportunity, can get another job, a better job, or better, I will be in a different situation from now. The thing that I'm living the present with the people who loves me and the people I love, that is the happiness that I need in my life, that feeling that I'm achieving my goals.
Thank you so much. Tell me, how do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
First of all, this process that I'm living right now, that I'm trying to improve my English, is part of my goals. In 1 or 2 years, I see myself in another job. And now that I had finished the university, I really hope that these two achievements in my life allows me to apply to another position and to a better position. And I also love travel, so I really hope that in 5 years I had traveled maybe to 4 or 5 different countries. And in this moment, I recently checked 2 of my items in my bucket list, which was see my favorite, but 2 of my favorite bands. So I have another favorite band, and I really hope that also can reach that goal, that is see and watch that concert. So that part of my goals, that to short term, uh, improving my English better, get a better opportunity in my job or in another company, and also keep traveling.
Thank you so much. We finish with this one. Thank
Okay.
you, people. We finish today's evaluations. Tomorrow, from the beginning, we are going to start. Tomorrow is the only day that we have to finish these presentations. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Take care, everybody, guys.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a
teacher.
good
Bye.
night.
Thank
Bye,
you. Bye.
people. See
Good
you
night.
tomorrow.
You.
Bye, guys.
Good
Take
teacher.
care.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Night.
Good night. Take care, everybody. Bye, people.